future. We're talking real money.
Well, we talk about saving for retirement a lot on Talking Real Money, and there's a really good reason we do that, because you're still not doing it as well as you could. You're not putting away as much as you could. You haven't invested it properly. Most people are destined to live a less than comfortable retirement given the current numbers. Now, it's not like the government isn't trying to help you out a little bit, give you a tiny bit of encouragement to put more money away for your long-term future. You get tax breaks. You get a tax deduction. You get tax-free growth, however you choose to do it, on a certain amount of your money that you can put away every year. And this year, 2024, you can put even more money away in your 401k, 403b, 457, IRA, and Roth IRA. And Tom, in some cases, it's a lot more.
It's a lot of money is what it is. I mean, if you're really young, under the age of 50, you can put away. That come out wrong?
I remember being under the age of 50 and just, not thinking I was really young. I was thinking I was really old, but now I think I was young then.
Maybe I shouldn't point out my age in the week where all the old white guys went right out the door in 2 days, too.
You're talking about the NFL.
Yeah. College football. They all departed in 24-hour period.
One in college. The NFL is
but it was dramatic for those of us in a particular group. I'm not as old as they are. I'm just saying that, okay?
Yeah,
so I
you
feel
are.
Better. Close.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. They're all in their 70s, dude.
Yeah, but you're close.
But I'm not. So
you're
we're
moving.
Just kidding.
All right.
This show's about the facts. And the facts are, if you're under 50, you can put in $23,000 into your 401k. That could be, as Don said, pre-tax or post-tax.
$23,000.
A lot of money.
About that for a second, folks. That's $2,000 a month almost.
Yeah.
That you, if you could find it, you will not believe how well you can do if that's invested properly.
Indeed, which is another part of our program, which we have talked about from time to time, how to do that. If you're putting money into an IRA or a Roth, by the way, I should actually add, over 50, you can put another $7,500 in catch up. So now you can put $30,500 into that retirement account.
So I can wait. How much can I put in catch up?
$30,500.
That's a lot of Heinz stock.
It is a lot. And then with the a individual retirement account or a Roth IRA retirement account, you can put away $7,000 there if you're a young un, and if you're the catch up is another $1,000 there. So if you're over the age of 50, you can put away $8,000 in an IRA or a Roth IRA. Now, remember, there's a lot of rules around your income. We're not going to get into all that, but those are some of the the numbers you should know. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, you can make too much money to fund an IRA or a Roth IRA, so you have to be aware of that.
Which always brings me to a lot of these things, because the numbers are the numbers, but there's a lot of people that have sort of myths about retirement saving, right? This is from a piece in Bloomberg. Their number one myth was the goal of retirement finance is to maximize the return of your portfolio.
Yeah. Okay.
It could be at some point in your life, but maybe not forever, right?
Well, it should be one of the top goals. Yeah. No, it's a combination of making it and protecting it.
Yeah, and when you get over the over age of 50 thing, I think you're going to protect some of it because you may be retiring in 10 or 15 years. Their myth number 2, retirement crisis is inevitable because most people have not saved enough.
Wait a minute. Read that one again.
A retirement crisis is inevitable.
Are they saying that to everyone?
They're just saying that that's on the horizon. It's coming. People haven't saved enough, and there's going to be a crisis.
There'll be a crisis for those who haven't saved enough, but for those who have saved enough, there won't be a crisis.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Or will somewhere along the way the government says we got to take care of everybody, so we'll figure something out for you.
Well, they're not taking my money. I got it. I worked hard to get that.
Myth number 3. This is one that I really hate. Social Security will be fine, but you won't get it. Nearly half of Americans, it says, think they're never going to see Social Security. Half.
Oh, these are myths.
Yeah, these are myths. This is
Oh, I forgot they were myths. I'm
Yeah.
saying it was fact. Okay, that's a myth.
Yeah,
They're going
I
to
mean-
get Social Security one way or the other.
yeah. I mean, it may look
And-
different. You may wait longer, but I mean, that's silly, right?
Well, as long as there are a lot of, as long as the government continues or whatever. But yeah, okay, pretty certain you're going to get it.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that argument. Okay, a couple other things that changed in 2024 in addition to the amounts. Starting this year, IRA and 401k holders will be allowed a penalty-free distribution to pay bills for financial emergencies. This exemption is limited to one withdrawal a year and a maximum of $1,000. So you could take $1,000 out of that IRA or the 401k and not pay a penalty on it.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's new.
That's a terrible thing to do.
I know.
Really.
It was on my list of things to put a line through it. Don't ever do it unless you absolutely have to do it.
Because
I agree.
The lost earning potential on that money, it's not the taxes are basically nothing at $1,000, but the lost earning potential is huge.
It is. And just the idea, because then maybe next year you say, well, I got another idea for another 1,000. You start peeling it out. Workers who have a total and permanent disability because of a physical or mental condition are free to make early withdrawals from IRAs or workplace plans. But you have to be in a position where you cannot engage in any substantial activity, it says. So
Wow, there's one that's gonna
open. Yeah,
that's gonna be open to a lot of interpretation.
indeed.
And
Also,
lot of crafty attorneys.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's going to make a living. Another one from Secure Act 2.0. IRA holders, including those with SEP IRAs and simple IRAs, penalty-free withdrawals can be made for medical insurance for you, your spouse, or your dependents.
Okay, I get how there are financial crises and you need the money, but you've got to try at least to find a way to make money that is in your retirement plan non-existent. You have to kind of forget
I love that.
it's there.
Yeah, I think that's great. Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. You spent it. It's gone. It's like the money you put into that car. It's gone until you sell the car or that new TV you bought. It's gone. The money you paid for your cable, gone, or streaming services, or Peacock so you can watch the game.
Which I'm going to be dying to know how many people added. I mean, here are a few of the ones I came up with, because I think when you're talking about retirement savings that people forget. And you just mentioned a great one. I mean, so the first thing I do every year, I do the backdoor Roth within like 10 minutes of the new year starting, because then it's the minute money's out of your account, it's over. No considering it for other more frivolous activities. Starting early. How many people don't do anything for their kid when their kid has some income in their teens? God,
there's
so huge.
nothing more powerful than starting early. As a matter of fact, if we should do it the other way around, people like, oh, I'm 50, I better start saving for retirement. No. You're 20, you better start saving for retirement, because you could conceivably stop in your 50s.
Yeah, you could,
just
from what you put away
have so much.
And it'll grow. You'll have all those years of compounding. Here's another one that I think people get kind of locked in and they forget. And that is the Roth IRA or Roth 401k option. Because people have a tendency to say, well, I'm getting a deduction by the money going in my traditional 401k. And then they forget they're 30 years old and some of that money should be going in Roth, because that's going to grow tax-free for 30 plus years. That is a long time.
For the rest of your life.
Pardon me. Thank you
for
that.
Because you even later, and you're not taking it all out, and it continues to grow tax-free.
Oh, I mean, it's so huge. Here's another one that I see people making a mistake all the time. At least when you start working, you might have some debt, you might have student loans, etc. At least save up to the 401k match. Get the free money, please.
That one is number one on my list of things to do, because you're not just getting a tax deduction, which is nice. The tax deduction's good, or tax-free growth if it's a Roth 401k. But think about this for a minute. If you have an employer who will match you dollar for dollar, the minute you put $1 in, that dollar magically becomes $2.
Big deal, right? Huge deal.
You doubled your money instantly.
And
you
did it.
Take that deal
without Bitcoin. So, which is, don't get, I'm sorry. That came up. I shouldn't have.
Let's not do it.
So get the match there. Here's another idea.
Get in trouble.
Here's another idea. That again, once you save, put something aside in that employer plan. You're at least saving up to the match. What about adding 1% a year then? Just a little, you're just adding a little bit more of the money that's coming out each year because maybe you're getting a little raise, you're taking part of that, something that's giving you an additional saving every year. So you're scaling that up. I think
so
that's
if I'm
huge.
putting $1,000 in next year, I just put in $1,010.
1%. Yeah, I would say I would rather go with 1,100, but okay.
That's
because it feels like a
10%,
little
sir.
bit. Yeah, you're right. That sounds like a little bit more money. At least we're not talking about basis points anyway. So.
You got in trouble for basis points too.
I did.
Man, our listeners, some of our listeners are highly critical.
That's all right.
When they write their reviews, it's like, oh, I hate those idiots. They said basis points.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Here's my final one, which I see basically every day because people bring me their 401k plans. Here's how I'm invested. Get your asset allocation right. And get it right from the beginning. No, I'm serious.
Well,
I just ran into somebody who had
that. You go, get your ass set.
Oh, pardon me. I mean, I just ran into this the other day. Somebody came in with a 15 fund plan, and guess what they had?
What?
Money in each of the 15. They thought they just supposed to put money in each fund.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay. Then you make sure at least you know you have the best one.
But please. And if you don't know anything about this,
yes,
and you don't want to learn anything about it, and you don't want to ask for help, then just do the target date fund.
There you
Just
go. And get your head out of your assets.
Your asset allocation. that's pretty awful. Anyway, so those are a few things to pay attention to with retirement savings in 2024. A lot of opportunity there, really is, because you can save a whole lot. It's awesome.
Good stuff to look forward to. Putting more money in your retirement plan so you can enjoy it more when you get old, like us. Or you could just do like us and keep working until you die.
Yeah, I think that's, by the way, back to the coach firing or whatever they're calling it. I think that's why they finally got rid of Pete Carroll in Seattle, because I don't think he was ever going to quit. He's 72, but he looks like he's about 40, and he jumps around like he's 35. I think they were just like, dude, if we don't he's going to be here doing this at 80. It's not going to get any easier.
Is he real or is he artificial?
That's a good point. He's an avatar of some kind or something.
Because you look at Bill Belichick.
Yeah, he looks like 71
Oh,
or 72.
yeah, dude, he looks old. Pete Carroll, I'm never going to grow old. I have an S on my chest because I'm super coach.
Yeah, and that's maybe why they finally thought, you know what, dude, you're like 72. We don't want to be doing this when you're 80.
And the grumpy lobster boat captain is out there in the Northeast going, oh,
he's fishing for a new job.
You're messing with the wrong coach.
I think I'd hire him.
I'm sorry. If I had a team, I would absolutely hire him.
Yeah,
I would fire Sean Payton and hire him.
Whoa, big news from the Denver Broncos front. All right, time for a couple of quick questions here.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's do that instead of football.
This comes from Mike in Appomattox, Virginia. I wonder how the courthouse is.
Well, thank goodness the war ended.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
Thank you, Appomattox.
My wife and I started an HSA account about 2 years ago through Fidelity. That would be a health savings account, correct?
Right. Thank you. Correct.
Our high deductible insurance plan has a $5,000 annual expense limit. Although I know that's not ideal, our tight budget requires us to use $1,500 or $1,500 funds out of the account every year. Okay. So we got that part figured out. They have $7,000 in it. 1,000 or less is in savings. 6,000 of it is in a Don McDonald CD ladder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 and 18 months. Oh, wait, that's 1 month, 2. I guess it must be.
That's not my ladder. My ladder's an annual ladder.
Yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But here's the question. The part you're going to really like.
Okay.
He says, as interest rates on CDs are declining.
Oh, no.
I was wondering what your thoughts on my investments.
I know where this is going.
What my investment strategies for this account. I know I need to keep most of it liquid, but I'd like to start making moderate to longer term investments. We're 15 years away from ideal retirement. So with $7,000, how much of that should be in that's very short term CD ladder, and how much of it should be invested in some other way?
Given that they're using a portion of it every year, then that portion should remain liquid. Then that approximate portion should be in a 1-year CD, maybe.
Thank you.
That approximate portion should be in a 2, 3, 4, and 5. Anything over and above that, you're pretty confident you're not going to spend that except in retirement. That money should go into something longer term.
Would that be a target date fund? Would that be an all?
No, that would be like
global
equity because you got a
That's
ton
okay.
of yeah.
All
So
right.
global equities. That's
So
what
set aside. Did you say 3,000 of it in the shorter term, and then put the rest in something longer?
No. I said to do the first he said 17 a year.
Well, yeah, 1,500 a year coming out of 7,000
a year.
They've
So that'd be 7,500 in CDs.
Okay, then as he's adding more, he's going to start buying equities.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Going forward.
Okay. All right. That's good. All right.
Yeah.
Those HSAs, because I haven't even looked at mine in a while. I don't know how it's invested. I mean, it's in stocks for the most part because I'm paying my medical expenses out of pocket. Diane from Sammamish, Washington says, subject, what's a girl to do? Happy New Year's, guys.
I don't know. What is a girl to do?
We're going to find out. I very much enjoy listening to your banter and advice over the years. I have a problem and I'm looking for your insight.
Mm-hmm.
I recently received a good size $500,000 inheritance, tax-free, cash, no strings. I'm 60 years old, have no debt, own my home, and no kids to worry about. I'm pretty confident that in my current retirement savings plan, SSI pension will cover my retirement in a couple of years, barring anything I can't predict. Herein lies the problem. I don't have this money earmarked for my retirement or any crazy spending spree, kind of thinking this could be my budget for unforeseen medical care, thinking 15 to 20 years from now. She says, no, I'm not going to do annuities. But what do you say?
$500,000, unnecessary for any purpose, including just going with you to Vegas.
That would be fun. Yeah, she's welcome to come along.
She could pretty much front you the money,
which is
for all your crazy gambling.
Which would be 10. By the way, the casino, which I wrote, never wrote me back. So apparently our reputation precedes us. Okay.
You got to call.
All right.
Anyway, because nobody answers emails. They just go into email purgatory. She said it's a long time till she might need it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
given that, this money should go into your brokerage account. I think if you go take the risk quiz and just see how much craziness you can stand.
There you go. That's a lot of money too, by the way.
Go to talkingrealmoney.com, take the risk quiz and see how much crazy you can stand. If you're way up on the crazy scale, like you can take a 50% decline in the value of your portfolio in a year. If you're like, then go buy the AVGE. Is that the right one?
Yes, that is the Avantis Global Equity Fund. Someone asked us not to just say ticker, so that is the Avantis Global Equity Fund. All stocks, yes.
If you're like crazy, because think about that for a minute. If on some odd chance that just grows at 7% per year, and it has done better than that.
Yeah.
Let's assume it just grows at 7. In 10 years, that should be about $1 million. In 20 years, that should be about $2 million. In 30, you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, quite a bit of money.
That's an awful lot of really excellent healthcare.
Not very many people can take the ups and downs of a total stock.
I'm starting at
portfolio.
The crazy end.
All right, you're going nuts.
Then we work our way down the scale to you're probably going to end up landing somewhere around the 60% in a globally diversified and 40% in a dull, boring bond fund.
Okay, so then you would do 60% in a global stock portfolio. You mentioned one fund if you only wanted to use one fund, and then
I'm trying to make life easy for her.
Yeah, no, I agree. Simple. So, I think that's a reasonable approach. 60-40, that's going to be a lot of money for you if you need healthcare or some other thing that you decide in the next 10 years I want to give it to. Whatever I want to do.
The safe money rate going forward, despite the fact that we have a nice period going now, we don't know what the future is going to bring, but we can look back at history and see that the safe money rate is well under 5%. Historically, over decades and decades.
Yeah, long term. Yeah,
long term. So you're not going to expect much, but, and again, I use the 7 to be like super, super hyper conservative.
Looking at history, that is conservative.
If you look at history, the number's about 10, which means you double about every 8 years, right? Yeah.
Yeah. 10.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Good advice. Oh, you mentioned the telephone. That's interesting because
Well, okay, they call them smartphones now.
yeah.
Or
Well, nobody
little-
uses it
little
as a
handheld
phone.
computers.
They only use it for texting and sending messages. But
I
here's
use
my
mine
message.
as a phone.
Here's my message. Call me.
Call
I'd
you
love to
what?
talk to you. Call whatever you want to call me.
Call
I get
you
called
an
a lot of
ass
things.
set class?
I get called a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of you go online, you fill out the form, and we have a chat about your situation. But
Okay,
if
but
you
see,
don't want to
that's
do
not
that,
calling you. That's filling
that's
out
what
a
I'm
form.
saying. You just said the form doesn't work, and in
Do
this
you
case,
think
it
people
does.
want to call you?
I think they do.
Okay.
And
You gonna
I'm
give
going
out
to give
your
you the
number?
number. No, not my personal number, but I'm going to give out the company number.
All right.
I do give a lot of people my personal number. And you know, the interesting thing is almost no one abuses that. It's fascinating. Almost
People
no
are
one. Almost no one.
generally nicer than we
Not-
give them credit for.
I always worry like,
Except for the guy in the show Bitcon. And he was apparently
Oh.
just evil.
I grew up wanting to be a criminal. Well, and that's
Wow.
great that you've been one. You've been
Aspirations. At least the lad had aspirations.
stolen from people and then just got away with it. The judge said, "Yeah, you're a good guy. You go home. You're a nice fellow."
Well, because you
Take care of your
intended
child.
to be a thief.
Yeah.
It wasn't, you didn't
Wasn't an
accidentally
accident.
stumble into thievery.
If you need some help,
Oh,
yes,
back
you
to
can
that
go
phone number
online.
thing.
You can go to
Call
Talking
Tom.
Real Money. You can go to talkingrealmoney.com, click on Meet an Advisor.
Mhm.
If you want to chat with me, here's a telephone number. And I take chats again on Saturday mornings. So I'm working Saturdays. The holidays are over. Time
You
to get
take some
back to
on
work.
weekdays too.
I do take some on weekdays. Here's the phone number. You
All
ready?
right, go ahead. Give it.
800. That means it's toll free. 800.
Oh, you don't want to pay those toll charges.
Could rack up quick. 800 386 3004. 800 386 3004. Call Tom today while the offer stands. I'd
And
love to talk to
speaking
you.
of toll charges, the other day I have a voiceover client. I'm doing voices for a ton of video games for some new company. And the woman was in Great Britain. And so she sent me her phone number, said, call me.
Gotta figure out the
So
time.
I looked at it and I went, am I going to get charged something for this?
Oh,
And then
put
it
the
occurred to
country
me
code
that,
in?
yeah, I put you don't get charged.
Really? It's still free.
Of course it's free.
It's not free when you go overseas and you call the
No, I
United
go
States.
the other way.
Yeah, because I've done that and had a huge bill.
But calling overseas is free. I mean, it's I think about it as an old guy, and I remember, I would never call overseas. It could cost hundreds of dollars. Now you just call.
Yeah.
Hi.
The lines have been removed and the satellites are in
So
place.
funny.
It's pretty easy.
Anyway, hey, thank you all for being a part of this little get together and attempt to try to make you a better money manager. We hope you'll continue to join us, tell friends and neighbors and colleagues and acquaintances and family members, people who intended to be criminals. Tell them. We can talk about ill-gotten booty or ill-Butengati. What was that from? Il-Butengati.
That was when John Gotti was running things.
No. Il-Butengati. That was from a movie or something.
Ah, okay. That's what I remember it for. But
All right.
okay.
Anyway, so do
You
all
get
those
the
things.
idea. Yeah, you get the
thanks.
idea.
We're leaving now. I'm Don. Tom's over there, and what we do all the time is sit around talking real money.
The opinions and views expressed on this podcast were current on the date recorded. Opinions, estimates, forecasts, and statements of financial market trends that are based on current market conditions constitute our judgment and are subject to change without notice, including any forward-looking estimates or statements which are based on certain expectations and assumptions. Although information and opinions given have been obtained from or based on sources believed to be reliable, no warranty or representation is made as to their correctness, completeness, or accuracy. Information presented on the podcast is not personalized investment advice from Appella Wealth. The views and strategies described may not be suitable for everyone. This podcast does not identify all the risks, direct or indirect, or other considerations which might be material to you when entering any financial transaction. Past performance does not guarantee future results, and profitable results cannot be guaranteed. We hope you realize that the information provided on Talking Real Money is for informational, educational, and hopefully enjoyable purposes only. The podcast is not trying to get you to buy or sell any financial products or securities. Instead, the program is provided as a public service by Appella Apella Wealth, a fee-only registered investment advisor. Please see Apella Wealth's ADV Part 2A on our website for information regarding Apella's fees and services. Apella Capital, LLC, DBA Apella Wealth, is an investment advisory firm registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. The firm only transacts business in the states where it is properly registered or excluded or exempt from registration requirements. Registration with the SEC or any state securities authority does not imply a certain level of skill or training. Apella does not provide tax or legal advice, and nothing either stated or implied here should be inferred as providing such advice. Thanks for listening, and please visit TalkingRealMoney.com for more information and important disclosure related to performance of any specific index or fund quoted in this podcast. And the lawyers get richer.